Today, we're checking out a 1963 MGB MK1 Roadster. Even though it's nearly 50 years old, this fetching machine has really held up well over the years. This one was fully restored back in the 90s, but its bones were solid from the start. These cars are known for being over-engineered. They were built to last and are still fun to drive. Sports car makers always talk about performance and handling, and the MGB MK1 is one of the originals. It was a standout in its day and still packs a punch half a century later. 1963 was a time of social unrest and change all around the world. The Beatles released their first album, Reverend Martin Luther King had a dream, President Kennedy was assassinated, and Bob Dylan was making anti-war anthems. Sit back and imagine being behind the wheel of this hot-handling roadster back then. You'd feel the freedom and optimism of the early 60s from a very cool position. The MGB was launched as a two-seat open roadster, and that's what we're looking at here. The GT Coupe version wasn't introduced until 1965. This example has the standard power plant, a 1.8 litre inline 4B series engine making 92 brake horsepower at 5,400 revs per minute. It goes from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 12.2 seconds and tops out at 106 miles per hour. The 1963 ad line for this car was "Power in hand, lovely to handle." This was helped by its low centre of gravity, wide track and long wheelbase, and class-leading front suspension and braking. As well as flashing through town with a sexy exhaust note and turning heads along the way, Roadsters are all about the driver. You get adjustable leather bucket seats, ample legroom, and a wraparound windscreen for an easy forward view. It's definitely a sports car for two, but at a pinch, a couple of extras can be squeezed into the luggage space behind the seats, which the marketing people describe as occasional seats for grown-ups. All up, nearly 400,000 MGB Roadsters were made, with around 9,000 assembled in Australia over a 10-year period. And thanks to that over-engineering we noted earlier, some of them are still on the road even today. A bit like Bob Dylan.